So we're going to start with some key updates from the Power Platform and AI from this past week, and we call it the news roundup. So the
Yes.
first thing I have on my table here is a YouTube video from Lisa Crosby, and I really love Lisa's videos because of the way she talks about the topics. And she did a video about comparing the difference between Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat and Microsoft Copilot. You're saying today that everything is called Copilot now, so it gets confusing to know what the
Yes. Which
difference
one is
is.
which?
So thanks, Lisa, for that video. I'll say it really helps people to understand what the difference is, and that can be very useful when you're trying to build expectations. You want to make sure that you are choosing the right tool for the right job. So it's good to know what's different there.
And off the back of that, Shane Young released a video this week on how to build your PCF control. So if you use the iPhone, you know that iPhone released a new interface called Liquid Glass. And in this video, Shane Young brought a member of his team called Ryan to walk us through creating this Liquid Glass control in your Power Apps. That is awesome. And it's not just that. The best part is he did it by coding. Yes, you heard
Mm.
me right. They've coded the whole Liquid Glass PCF control, and you can watch it on the YouTube channel, Shen Young's YouTube channel. In the video, Shen Young also said for those that do not want to build it on their own and they want to download the app, he has the link to the app in his YouTube channel. All the links will be provided in the description.
Oh, that's really nice. I'll
Yes, I
say
know.
almost all of us in the Power Platform space are we're students of Shane Young at a point.
Yes.
Maybe even are still students of Shane
Of
Young.
Shen,
So
yeah.
thanks, Shane, for that
Thanks, Shane.
video. Personally, I've been doing a lot of vibe coding recently because
Oh,
for
how are
me,
you
I
finding
love,
it?
well, to me, I've come from a coding background. I never got professional with coding, but I love
Okay.
coding. So vibe coding just gives me that platform to be able to say, "Oh, this is an idea I've had."
Okay.
I've always been scared to build it out because I feel like I won't build it out properly. But now
Oh,
I have an assistant that can help me and we can just go through it in different iterations,
exactly.
and I have more confidence in what I
In
do.
what
So
you
that's really amazing. It's a very, I think we are all gradually finding interesting ways of using AI to
yes.
bring ideas to life. So that's really amazing.
And I like what you just said. We are all finding interesting way to use AI. And what that
Yeah,
simply means is we are all finding our lane to maximize the AI capabilities.
exactly,
That's a
exactly.
good one, K.
Yeah, thanks, Annabelle. So in other business also, there's a YouTube video about the admin center, the Power Platform admin center. So recently it's been redesigned. If you're still scared of the new interface or you're not sure where to find what, it's a YouTube short and it just gives you a glimpse of the admin center and how to navigate around it. So I'll recommend it. If you're an IT admin, you want to stay on top of those changes, you can watch the video.
Off the back of that, I'm going to be speaking on AI and agent. There's a helpful new concept that Microsoft is talking about. They shared
Okay.
an article on Microsoft Learn called Add Other Agents. This article just explains to us how we'll be able to incorporate agents from Foundry, Fabric, your Microsoft Copilot agent, how we can integrate them together, how we can sync them together and get maximum output. What I think about this article is that it gives us an insight on how to optimize AI agent workflows because
Mm.
now we're able to speak across platforms and get the most of it. I just cannot wait to go deep into all that he has to offer.
That's interesting. I think it's still around the topic of multi-agent orchestration, getting different
Yeah,
agents to work.
together.
There's a lot of potential with that, where you can build experts in certain fields, then orchestrate across different agents. I'll be very glad to see good examples of that. And this leads nicely to another article that we found on Microsoft Learn that talks about AI agent orchestration patterns. So whether you're building in Copilot Studio, you're doing Foundry, or you're even building outside of the Microsoft ecosystem, it's good to know different architectural patterns you can employ when building agents. So it talks about sequential concurrent patterns, a group chat pattern, handoff patterns, magnetic patterns. So different ways, and all of these just talk about different ways of interaction between agents, especially when you're building multi-agent solutions. So that's a really good article to look at. The link is going to be in the description.
For the power folks, I know we've been saying agent and you feel left out, but no, we have something for you. Microsoft just released a quick one. There is a new export and email a report with Power Automate guide. That's very practical. We're going to link it in the description. And for those of us that have to send a report on Monday morning by 8 a.m., you don't have to rush and spill your coffee all over. You can
Uh,
sit back, relax, automate your way through chaos.
That's very good. I've worked with Power BI before in the past. I don't do that every day anymore,
Yes.
unfortunately. But I'll be interested to hear from the Power BI folks. Is this even a new thing, right? Or is this something you've always had? Or is this so much of, is it very impactful? And thinking about it, I feel like it might not even come from the Power BI developers side of things. It might come from a user perspective. Maybe you're creating reports for yourself based on the data you care about. And that might be a use case. I'll be interested to hear from the Power BI folks how useful this feature is. And on the Power App side, on Dataverse side, there's also another Microsoft Learn article we found about talking about how you can connect your Dataverse data to Azure Synapse. And Azure Synapse gives you that analytics view. So you can actually see much more than is even available for you on the admin center, for example. So it will be quite interesting. So it's a good read. Some of these things you're not necessarily implementing them now, but it's just good to know what is possible. So I'll recommend you have a read of that article.
And just with what Kay has said about what's good to know that it's possible, knowing what is possible, so when you need it, you can reference it. For those enabling Copilot in the analytics stack, Microsoft Learn for Fabric and Power BI, there's an overview in Copilot in Fabric. So what it explains to you what you can do with it in Power BI service and desktop, how it helps with insight and visualization, and how to enable it. So you are the person that gets to turn it on or turn it off. Message from the leadership. This is your starting point for doing it safely.
Right. That's really good. I think I was in a presentation about the fabric agents.
Yes.
And from the way the person really explained it to me, it just made me want to go back into Power BI. I'm sure that's a really good article for you to have a read.